Jan, Bayern Munich just continue to get better and better. Is that a good thing or a bad thing overall for German football?
Well, it's a good thing for Bayern. It's a good thing for German football that Bayern will be competitive in the Champions League, winning titles also internationally like they've done this week. But I would say for the credibility of German football, it's not good. I would rather see Upamecano. Having said that, I'm very respectful for the business Bayern have done. I would have liked to see him go abroad, because it's a big problem that Bayern will win the league every season, and that is bad for the German league. And we know the English fans, they call, well, to be fair to the English football fans, they call every league from Mickey Mouse leagues, and it's Farmers League and so on. But this kind of strengthened that view, that branding of Bayern. Imagine now if Manchester United or Manchester City bought one of their main players. I mean, this is a main player for RB Leipzig. Yes, they have 2 or 3 with Orban or Konate, different defenders there. But Upamecano is one of the most wanted defenders in centre half, like Shaka said. So it's not good for the credibility of the German Bundesliga, but it's very, very good for Bayern. This could be one of the best business will be done this season.
Jan, I'm interested to know, Jan, you're probably going to be able to explain this to me and to the viewers. Why have RB Leipzig allowed it to happen and go public now? The players, as Shaka mentioned, is not out of contract for a couple of years, so he's not free to talk to other clubs at will, like players in the last 6 months of the contract. Why are RB Leipzig not leaving it to the summer when, I know the player's got a buyout clause, but it could become an auction? And, RB Leipzig could get maybe double what they're getting when it goes into an auction. Why have they allowed it to happen like this, or has it been the player and his representatives that have pushed for this?
Well, it's a very good question. And I think that what you have to understand is a culture in Germany. Sometimes it's RB Leipzig getting a player on their clause. We once made a table over people who know something that is very, very secret in football. We did that when Mario Götze went from Dortmund to Bayern. I had the pleasure of revealing that story. And we came out that there must be 50 or 60 people knowing about this. In Germany, the journalists, the agents, the clubs, the different clubs, they are too very, very close to each other. And as I said at the beginning, this is always also a win for Bayern to get this public. And there is no one who can make that power battle better than Bayern. And would RB Leipzig wish to let this go to after Champions League, after the Bundesliga is over? Of course they would. But there were too many advantages also for the player to sort out his future, and secondly, Bayern to sort out the reputation of the club. After now, Boateng will probably leave. This is the signal for him to find a new club, and Alaba leaving for Real Madrid, or maybe an English club just at the end if something should happen with money-wise with Real Madrid.
Jan, can I ask, you see this is damaging to German football, or Bayern's dominance, and players like Upamecano moving from German club to German club. But isn't it better for the Bundesliga to have a club like Bayern Munich winning 6 titles in a season? Doesn't that do more for all of German football? And I know Bayern Munich have won, 9 titles in a row, but still, the gap at the top of the Bundesliga between them and Leipzig right now is less than the gap between Manchester City and Manchester United, for argument's sake, in the Premier League. So doesn't a strong Bayern have a knock-on effect to the rest of the Bundesliga?
I think that as a strong Bayern will do ever so well for German football. That is about credibility, their branding, commercial sponsor, TV rights, and so on. But remember, Borussia Dortmund, RB Leipzig, they are clubs who are working very, very hard to kind of take that gap, get a bit closer to Bayern. And I think that is something to do also with foreign fans like myself who love a lot of football leagues. And I think it's quite hard to explain to the Dortmund fans that it's good for them that Bayern win every title. Not only the cups they leave for the competitors, But I think it's an interesting thought, Shaka, because it's good for German football that they show that they are up there with the best in the world. But I think that every league, I mean, Craig and me have been discussing, we were talking about Scottish League, and you compare it with Celtic and Rangers winning 9 in a row and so on. But it just gives you a bit B kind of thing that when you don't have new winners of the league. And at the time when Klopp was there, it was so great to have this competition between Borussia Dortmund and Bayern. And yes, RB Leipzig is getting closer to them. RB Leipzig working very, very hard to narrow that gap. And then when you just hope there is a title fight, they buy their best defender and make them unsettled. And I think today as well, you saw it, Upamecano was on a bench. Whatever happened, they didn't put him on today. So it kind of mix up the whole circle of German football.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.